We're watching this trend in D.C. It's been happening. Are Nancy Pelosi and Democrats purposely leaking January 6 footage in order to attack former President Trump? Let's bring in Trump 2024 National Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt. Karoline, wonderful to see you again. What do you think? I mean, this footage was shot by Nancy Pelosi's daughter. Nobody's talking about this footage. All of a sudden, it's in the news again.
Well, I think it's quite peculiar that Nancy Pelosi's daughter was walking around with a camera on the day of January 6th. And in the footage, you hear Nancy Pelosi saying how she needs to focus on making political attacks against President Trump. And I think that speaks volumes. In fact, it actually proves that President Trump has been right about this all along, that January 6th was Nancy Pelosi's fault. She was Speaker of the House at the time, and she failed to protect the House. She was more focused on targeting President Trump, but are we surprised? That's the whole focus of the modern-day Democrat Party. They are the anti-Trump party. They don't stand for anything. Just look at their nominee now for President, Kamala Harris, who can't tell us what she stands for. All she talks about is that we need to vote against President Trump, who's a president that brought us peace, safety, security, and a booming economy.
Yeah, I mean, people don't like that January 6th riot, what happened. Voters are upset about it. We're going to get into it with Lara Trump later, but I want to talk to you about all these flip-flops before Kamala Harris's first sit-down interview with CNN's Dana Bash. It's pre-taped. Tim Walz would be by her side. Does this signal confidence and trust? Now critics are wondering and asking, will CNN edit out Kamala Harris's word salads? I mean, vibes and emotions, vibes and emotions don't lower grocery, housing prices or gas prices. Are you confident that CNN will hold Kamala Harris's feet to the fire on her flip-flops? Because she's trying to flip-flop to the middle and sounding more like Trump.
Well, we certainly hope that CNN will do that. I believe they have a responsibility to ask Kamala Harris tough questions. It's been nearly 40 days and Kamala Harris has been avoiding the press. And I think it's quite sad that she's running to be the first woman president of our nation, and she has to sit alongside her male running mate. She can't do her first sit-down interview alone. What message does that send? But also, she needs to be questioned on her positions on the issues. She hasn't answered any of these questions herself. She's been sending out anonymous campaign staffers to do it for her. This week, they're trying to claim that she's pro-border wall. That is a preposterous and false claim. Throughout her entire career, Kamala Harris has been pro-open border. She said President Trump's wall was medieval. It was a waste of taxpayer money. As a senator, she voted against the construction of President Trump's border wall. And as vice president in the last 3 years, she has supported the halting of the construction of that very effective border wall. And so she can't be trusted on what she says. We have to look at her record and what she has done. And what she has done is supported the most far-left policies that have ever come out of the United States Senate, including a ban on fracking. She's expressed support for that. She's expressed support for defunding the police, for decriminalizing illegal immigration. We have to trust her record. She will govern as the most far-left president this nation has ever seen.
Further to the left than Biden. I mean, you wonder if she's avoiding the media because she's going to have to admit to Joe Biden's mistakes and Kamala Harris's own mistakes. She's been in the White House nearly 4 years. I mean, Afghanistan. Right. She cannot run on Biden's record of historic inflation, record border crossings, Bidenomics. She's going to have to say, he did this and this. I disagree. But she's going to try to say, I've learned from this experience. Final word.
Mm-hmm. Well, she's trying to run away from the failures of the Biden-Harris administration, but she has been a part of every single failure over the past 4 years. She said she was proud of Bidenomics. She said she was proud to be the last person in the room with Joe Biden when he made the decision to go with his botched withdrawal from Afghanistan that left 13 U.S. service members dead. Every single failure over the past 4 years, Kamala Harris is wholly responsible for it, and now she wants to try and deceive Americans into believing she will change. The American people are smarter than that, and that's why they trust President Trump on every single key issue and every single poll.
Trump says he wants to undo all of this. Karoline Leavitt, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.